What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing good. Had a decent week. Wasn't too crazy. Didn't get wiped out type of deal. Um, Today's going to be a bit of a special episode, I guess you can say. I mean, it's not that special, but we're just going to go over a bunch of other things besides my charts, right? So we're going to start there. Then we're going to roll into the charts, right? And we're just going to go over some facts, of happening, right? Because right now everyone is extremely bared up, and it's the end of the world. We're going to implode, and I'm just going to throw some statistics out there and let those speak for themselves, right? All right, let's start up here. Okay, so right here we're looking at the Nysc Trin, and this was the highest since last summer, right? Let's take a look over here. Last August or July, right here, right? That's the first data point. Okay, so this is saying there's a lot of selling going on. That's all, right? Nasdaq Composite, 4 consecutive days where you have a 1% plus decline. All right, this hasn't happened since 2018. All right, here we are, 2022. All right, last time this happened 4 years ago. Last time it happened for that 2008, 10 years ago. All right, we're in rare company right now. Vix Curve Inversion, right? It's a popular chart on Twitter right now that we've probably seen. You can see here, signaled the bottom. We had this large bounce, ultimately went on to make a new low. That's a possibility. Here, signaled the bottom, went on, did not make a new low. We just rallied another 50%. Here, signaled the bottom, right? Went up, had a rally, went back down, created a new low, inverted again, went on. Here, inverted, bounced, went back to normal, inverted again, didn't make a new low. And here we've got the inversion again. Okay, well, I mean, what is this? Well, every time we've done this in the past year, it's a bottom. Nasdaq's off the worst start since 2008. Returns to the first 14 trading days by year. Pretty crappy, right? It's rare. It's 2022, 2008. New high lows. So we've made we gotta see here, new lows. Most new lows to end a week since 2008. All right. This is the world ETF. All right, so this is all markets combined, basically, right? The whole, the world ETF, well, whatever that's pretty self-explanatory, right? Okie dokie, we're at a trend line. Here is the CBOE put call. All right. Highest reading since the COVID crash. Okay. Here is the AA All members sentiment. Basically how bullish or bearish everyone is. All right. Well, that's pretty bearish, 46%. So I just wanted to go through that stuff, those statistics, guys, to just kind of show you, hey, where, look at all of the reasons, all of the things that are telling you that we're in extreme territory. All right, that's how I wanted to start this off. Okay, so it's not just me and my charts telling you this, it's all of those statistics as well. Not to mention, we've had, all the Twitter retweets that I posted, talking about the markets are down most since 2020 crash, blah blah blah. There's evidence everywhere to tell you that if you're short, be careful. So my only story for those shorts here is, if you're short, just realize you're banking on a 2020 crash. This is what you're banking on. Okay, you're banking on on continuation here. All right, on continuation here, you need 2020 to happen. All right, you don't need 2018. You don't need any of the other crashes going back to 2008. You need, literally, look at this, guys. Like, you need a 2020 crash for continuation here. Okay, I mean, we're going back in time. We're in 2016 right now. All right. Here's the August 15th where we went down in 4 days, right? We're gonna get into all this stuff. But you need if you think that we're gonna continue going down, that's fine. But I'm just telling you, you're betting that we're gonna have a 2020 crash. Otherwise, all right. Otherwise, I'm gonna show you why. That may or may not happen. All right. All right. So first, let's look at Nasdaq. Here's my black band. This is the system that I have, right? So, this is what, when you subscribe to the alerts, which, by the way, we're gonna keep that to 20 people, so there is 8 slots left. When you subscribe to the alerts, you're looking for these red bands to trade, right? The red or the black, either one are strong signals on a daily level time frame, right? If you go down, the black is not as reliable, right? It's just the higher you go, the more reliable the black band is, right? You can see we bounced the tick right off of it here. On Friday, we closed below it, yada, yada, right? So here you can see we went up. These are the signals. These would alert here to short, basically. Rejected, went back up, rejected. That was the high. All right, when we went sideways, then we distributed, we crashed. Okay. Well, now we're all the way down here. All right, we're at the point where you want to start buying. Okay. You can see it respected it perfectly here, violated it here. Next spot, 14,275. Okay, that's going to be a big spot. That's another 1% down. All right, that's basically, the potential of what's left. Right now, at this point, just so you know, where I'm telling you we're pretty much in the buy zone. Right, we're gonna now go back in time. I'm gonna show you the last time that this traded. All right, just so you realize, for the daily, we're on a daily chart, how rare this is. Okay, we are in January 21st. 2022. Let's start going back in time. You can see there's no one, nothing's, we're not coming close to it, right? We have to go back to the 2022 crash. Okay? The 2020 crash. That's the last time this happened. All right, this is incredibly rare, what's happening right now. All right, hasn't happened in 2 years. Now, when I say you're betting on a 2020 crash, if you're short, the reason I'm saying that is because for continuation here, we need a 2020 type crash situation. All right, you can see that we came down here and we tested the 20-day or the 200-day. This is the yellow line's 200-day moving average on February 28th, and it bounced, went up towards the 20 SMA and failed, right? And then that's when the second leg happened. All right. What I'm saying is that this bounce is what we need to see here, right? This was a 10% bounce. This is what we need to see here. All right. Now, I'm not saying it has to be 10%. Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you the number, right? But I want to see it go to the 20 SMA. That's what I want to see, basically. Now, what happens at that 20 SMA? Anyone's guess. I can't. I'm not a psychic. I can't tell you that it's gonna break and we go to new highs. I can't tell you that it's gonna fail miserably and it's gonna implode. All right, just like 2020. All right? But what I'm telling you is, we need to see this bounce. Right? In no situation do we just go down nonstop. I'm going to tell you what it takes as well when we go back, right, to get to that. But here you can see every time we got close to this red band, you bounce, right? Here, bounce. Here, bounce. Close outside of it, bounce. Close outside of it, bounce. Same day, pull up. Same day, pull up. Closed above it, got right outside of it, bounced, and then went on. Okay? All right, well, you see the red band. You see what happens when we start trading near it, below it. Okay. We're there. Okay? We're there. All right? I mean, can this trade? Can we go down another 1%, have this trade? Absolutely. Can it go outside of it a bit? Absolutely. Okay? But what's going to happen next? We're going to bounce. That's what's going to happen. We're going to bounce. If we don't bounce here, we're bouncing somewhere here. All right? Now if that doesn't happen, here's what I'm going to tell you, which is the ultra once in a 20-year type situation. If we have a daily close below this band, and this is one of the rules that we have with my system, and it goes back up and this rejects, and we actually close outside of it, and we don't recover it the next candle, so in this case it's a daily candle, that's when you can go lower, and that's how you can create a parabolic downside move. But that sort of situation, is super rare. Even 2020 didn't do that, right? We got to go back even further to find an example of that, right? Where we just went straight down here, went down, bounced, 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 bounced. I mean, I'm just gonna go to bounce at the black. This bounce doesn't count. Bounce near the black didn't count. Bounce, 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 bounce. Here's the first scenario where, it just said, screw this crap, and it went all the way down, August 2015, and the next day it bounced. Bounce, bounce. I mean, I hope you guys are getting the drift here, right? I don't know how many dozens of examples bounced. I've just gone through to show you how stretched we are, and the odds that you're betting on here. Bounced, bounced. This, and by the way, this is my system, right? This is what you're paying for, basically, and my commentary on it. I talk about it all damn day in the Discord. Bounced, bounced, bounced. Except we have it on different time frames. It goes down to a 15-minute, right? So it goes 15, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day, right? So we're gonna keep that at 20 slots. We're at 12 slots right now. There's 8 left. If this is something that interests you. All right. Anyways, so that's the NQ, guys. I just want to, I hope you're understanding, where we're at, because a lot of you guys came at me very aggressively on Friday when I'm suggesting that, you either go you go long, basically. This is the area to go long, right? Now, if we can get a bounce back up towards this 20 SMA, right, that's what I want to see. Now, what happens here? Again, I can't tell you. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in 6 months from now. That's not how this works. I'm just telling you that we need a bounce to start in the next few days. Okay? And It needs to go back up towards this 20 SMA. And then from the 20 SMA, that's like the spot where it's like, all right, either we're going to COVID crash or, you know, we're good. Right? So, I mean, I can't tell you, but I just tell you that, like, that's what we need to see here. We need to see this bounce to make a conclusion on what, you know, what happens in the future, right? All right, let's look at ES. All right, ES is right at the black band. Okay, again, we can go back in time, take a look. Last time that this occurred, 2020. All right, 2020. That's the last time. That's where we're at, guys. 20. So you keep seeing all this data about 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020. That's what's happening right now. That's how stretched we are. We are at 2020 levels, crash levels, right? Now below here, then, you know, that's when you can start talking about, all right, we're gonna crash all the way down here. But it just doesn't, you know, there's so few examples where that's a thing, right? Just going straight down. There's always a rebound, right? I don't have a single example that I can show you where that's not a thing, right? So you're betting on something so statistically low. Like, this is the area you want to cover shorts. All right. I mean, I was bearish up here, guys. Like, I don't, you know, if we go back three weeks ago, guys, I was telling you, literally 3 weeks ago, I was telling you 43.2750 by the end of January. All right. That's what I told you guys. All right. Now I'm telling you, it's time to get bullish. Like, it's time to be buying the dip. And then what happens here, you know, that's the story that determines, you know, what's next, in my opinion, right? So we might have a little bit more down. Like, I don't know, like, you know, there might be another 1 or 2% down on a flush. It's hard to say when everyone's panicking. All right, like, and that's what's happening. Everyone's panicking. So there might be we might go down to this red band, we might not. All right. We might even go down and go past the red band a bit, right? And I already told you this is 1%. You know, you might even see 2%. I don't know, right? But this is the area you want to go long. Right? I'm long from, like, up here on ES. Like, I'm long in the near 44.50. I want to say the exact number is 44.58. I thought it was a little bit higher, but it's 44.58. So I'm already long. Like, I'm in swings. I'm in 3 month out swings. Right? I've seen those things go up in value. I've seen them plummet in value. Like, I think I'm down like 20% right now. So that's what that's my recommendation here, right? All right. So beginning of January, I was telling you 43.27 was the ultimate target. But last week that changed, and I said that I think we're only going to get these areas. So last week's video, this changed. I said I think we're only going to get here because we never cleaned up that structure up here. All right. So that's why I didn't think we were going to any longer go down to 43.2750. And we still might not. Like, I know it's hard to tell. So what do I think is going to happen this week? All right, well, this is the 4-day candle, all right, and this is the 30-week EMA. All right, here's another great example, okay? So here you can see last 4-day candle, we closed below it. This 4-day candle, the next one starts on January 26th, so this closes on Tuesday, all right? And then on January 26th, FMOC day, the next one starts. All right. Well, again, let's just go back in time. The last time that the 4-day candle closed below the 30 EMA. Here you can see we went below it, but that's when the low was formed. Like, it corrected in that 4-day candle, and we continued. Right. So there's October 29th, 2020. Bounced right off of it here perfectly. Same thing, recovery. Oh, 2020. All right. So here's the first candle below it. Here you can see the next candle went up, ultimately rejected, went above it slightly, and it rejected. Next candle rejected again, then we dumped. All right. All right. Well, Here you can see we closed above it, or I'm sorry, we closed below it. This is where we started up here, right? So we haven't even had this back test yet, this 44.23 back test of the 30 EMA. So again, more evidence that if that area rejects, then okay, maybe that supports immediate down, right? But it's just another data point that we need to go up. So we have 2 days left in this candle, and we need back above that 30 EMA. All right, if we don't get it, then that is bearish indicator that be careful type of deal. So 44.23. All right, expect that to be an important level. 44.20 actually. I'm sorry. All right, so what do I think is going to happen here? All right, well, I think that if we go any lower, we might see this 43.54, and we could go all the way down towards 43.27, the original target. All right, that's another 1.5%. If that happens, that needs to be a same day intraday recovery. So all that needs to recover. Otherwise, we're going to bounce here, and we're going to bounce hard. And the targets on the bounce, first target is going to be the 200 day, right? 44.20, 200 day moving average. 45.48, but also we have the 30-week EMA at 45.20. All right, so there's going to be, here's also 40, I just said 45.48. Here's the 45.50 zone, right? So that's going to be, this area is going to be big resistance as well. And I would expect first test rejects, we might even go sideways for the rest of the day, if that was the trade. All right. So, and then after that, smooth sailing, we're going to the 20 SMA. All right. After that, we're going here. We're going 46.25. All right. So, what do I think is going to happen here? Again, I don't know. You've got odds that we go lower towards this 43.25. That's a possibility, right? But I don't know if it's going to happen this week. All right. So normally I'm like, all right, by Wednesday, this needs to happen. That's last week I told you, by Wednesday I was expecting this to happen, right? Didn't happen, right? Took longer to Friday or whatever, right? But I don't have that this week because we're in such a precarious position. I just hope that everyone really looks at all the data I showed them here, and just realize that even if we do implode, right, and you don't make all that money on the short, the odds of that short being correct in the short term, all right, I just have to I have to specify in the short term. I'm not talking a week from now. I'm not talking 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now, that short may be up 200%, right? But what I'm saying is in the short term, the odds of that being, you getting, I don't know, some people are calling some crazy shit. Some people here think we're going next week we're gonna go back to 3,900, 4,000. We're gonna have another 10% correction and this and that and blah 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 blah. And it's that's ultimately that may happen, but. Again, I'm kind of the opinion that this doesn't happen until March when the rate hikes actually occur, right? So, that's all I'm saying, guys. I'm just saying be real careful on the short side. I hope I've shown you enough evidence that, basically just telling you to be very careful on the short side. Some sort of bounce is coming, and if it doesn't come, then we're in extremely rare company, once in a decade type sell-off situation. Okay, so if that's the case, then so be it, right? If you're going long, buy time, buy 3 month out call options. Don't be doing no weeklies here, nothing like that. These are swings, buy time. And what I think is going to happen is we're going to start some sort of bounce, and ideally it needs to happen in this 4-day candle, which ends Tuesday. So that means Monday or Tuesday we need to have a big bounce. And hopefully that bounce can clear this 45-20 zone, and we can go trade the 20 SMA. And then ultimately at the 20 SMA, that's what is going to determine everything. The rest of the next 3 months, right? Like if we are going to have another 10-20% down, that's where it's going to happen. If we're going to do a David Hunter and go up to 5,000, that's where it's going to be determined. All right, 20 SMA. So that's what I got, guys. I hope this one's valuable. This is an extremely important week, and I want to remind everyone, I've been bearish from the top 3 weeks. I put this 43.2750 on the chart 3 weeks ago. All right, very few people did that. All right. Now, I was wrong when I said we were only going to get here, right? But I already explained why I thought that, because we never cleaned up here, right? So we're in the area you want to be buying, guys. Now, does this trade? Maybe, 43.65 might stop it. There's another level added, but this is just like I was bearish up here, and people were making fun of me. I'm bullish down here, and people are making fun of me. That's the way of the world. That's how it goes. All right. Got to have some sort of bounce coming up here, starting sometime next week. And if that doesn't materialize, we are in a once in a decade type sell-off. Congratulations if you still had the balls to hold short. You'll be able to have that trade again in another 10 years, right? So otherwise, bounce here. I've showed you about 30 different scenarios where we do bounce here, and while there might be another 1% down or something, I can't predict that on Monday. It might happen, it might not, right? It's flip a coin. That's what I got. Hit me up if you got any questions. Have a good one.